Good morning. I'm actually awake early enough today to make some cards and chat with whoever else is awake. I'm gonna just take a minute here and get the rest of my setup ready. I got a new light, a side light, so hopefully I don't have that shadow that bothers me. Everyone else says it doesn't bother them, but it bothers me. So, all right, let me see what's going on here. Okay. Trying to pull up the chat on my other phone so I can see it. Getting notifications from other things. I'm turning those off. Okay. There we go. I went to a craft event, like a rubber stamp and crafting show the other week, and I got some really fun things. I haven't had time to play with them, but I'm hoping that today I can myself have a little bit of time to play with them. So I'm gonna make sure this light is not gonna blind me. And I'm also gonna try to not knock it off my desk. So this so pretty. I love this. This company, I'm gonna share the company information with you. I had never seen them before, but I really like their stuff. They are called stamponit.net is their website. And they had a little make and take that you can do. Hi, Arkansas Flamingo. Just here for 1 second till you fall back to sleep. Well, all right. Well, enjoy the 1 second of crafting. So I know a while back I showed you how to make cards with the glitter and the napkins, and it makes a huge mess. It's beautiful, but it is very, very, very messy. So this company, you can do the same kind of thing, but it's not messy. So this is just like totally smooth. The acetate is on top. All the glitter is embedded. So I'm going to show you how to do this. I bought a couple of their little kits. I think it's the guy who owns the company. His son was there helping, and I would guess he's probably a teenager, and he was so sweet and just so helpful. So he was like, and you can buy some of the kits to take home. I'm like, that'll work. That will work for me, sir. I will take a kit home. Okay, so the kit came like this. It's just a card stock or a card base, a frame, the acetate, which I'll put some white behind it so you can actually see what it looks like, is really pretty. They had all kinds of different designs, but the ones at his booth were all kind of, I would call it Asian because it's kind of like cherry blossom. This one was cherry blossom. Yeah, but they're just really pretty. So that's just printed on acetate. One side is smooth, and then the other side is kind of dull. You can tell which side is which. And this is the glitter. And the glitter is all just ensconced in there so it doesn't wipe off. Good morning, Nancy. Yeah, and so I don't know, it was just really cool. So I'm going to show you how to make these, and they even give little instructions. So it says lay the vintage acetate on the table with the back side up. Okay, so that's this side that is more dull, and peel off the glitter foam to expose the adhesive. All right, I think this was the toughest part of the project, was peeling this film off. So that tells you it's not a tough project. But they just had so many pretty designs. I spent way too much money at that craft fair, and I didn't even care. I just bought all the fun things. I've got so many fun new things to show you. Everyone at my house has been, well, not everyone. A few of the people at my house have been sick a lot lately. So it has cut into my study time and cut into my crafting time, but everyone is on the mend. Yay. So I don't know if you can see this, but that's where all the glitter is, but it does not rub off. You can't rub that glitter off. And that's the shiny side. So I'm going to put something under this because I really don't want it to get stuck to my desk. Okay, so you just take this with the shiny side and you put it on here. And he said to try to, you know, start at one side and then work your way up so that you don't get air bubbles. So I'm going to be really careful this time. The one I did at the show, I wasn't very careful and I had air bubbles. Because in my excitement to make things, sometimes I don't listen. Imagine that. I don't listen to the direction. Okay, so there it is. That's how it looks. It's all in there. I'm going to trim it a little bit because I got a little too much hanging off. But this is stamponit.net. And I told him, I said, I will show this to my crafting friends and I will tell them where to buy some. Okay, so there we go. So then we have the card base that was provided. And so you would put this here and then you would just put this over the top of it. But you know me, that's a little plain. I don't want to be plain. So I went ahead and I cut out another layer so that I could have this. And I just used a circle die to get a rim around it because I liked how that looked a little better. And then I'm going to look through my stamps and see if I can find something, some saying or something that I want to stamp on there. And that was the answer to the question of, can I do this without knocking over the other light? Nope. But I caught it. I was really fast. I'm going to look for some kind of saying to put down here. And I've got a lot of nice sayings that I never use. That one's kind of nice. It's kind of big, but I could just use part of it. Let's see. I like this one. Sending my love. I'm sorry for your loss. My heart goes out to you. We'll use one of those. We'll make a sympathy. The ones you always need and never want to make. All right. So I'm going to stamp the front of this first with my saying, and that way if I mess it up, I can turn it over and stamp it again. I tried a little project this morning with some old diamonds from my diamond art thing and tried to cover a cute little Care Bear with it. That did not go well. I've already thrown it in my trash can. If it's on top, I'll show you. Yeah, it didn't sink too far yet. It was a good idea, but okay, I'll put it here where I see that you, okay, there you can see it. With the details in his face and stuff, yeah, it just didn't look very good. So Lucky, there, I'm like having trouble with my camera today. Lucky was not so lucky. He ended up in the trash today. I'm going to try it again later with something that has a bigger spaces so it doesn't end up so awkward. But I am going to stamp sending my love. Sorry, I'm probably out of frame, but I'm going to put it right back. There we go. Sending my love. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to glue these two together. And then when I put them down, I'm going to pop them up. I just put new tape in my tape runner so it's really smooth. Woo. I love that thing. It's funny, I go through phases where I use it for everything and then I don't use it for years. What am I doing? Apparently I'm not awake enough to think what I just did. But that's the nice thing about this tape runner is you can just roll it off. Roll it off. So we have finals are next, or midterms are next week. Then we have spring break. Looking forward to that. Taking my husband on a trip because it's also his birthday this week. And they barfed all over his sweet face. You were so right. That's funny, but it's true. That's what Ben always says. It's funny because it's true. And that's definitely true. They did barf on his little face. Yeah, so at the end of my spring break, we're gonna go on a trip. And it's a total surprise to him. I mean, he knows we're doing something. He doesn't know where we're going, what we're doing. I asked him yesterday, I said, so do you want to be surprised or do you want to know what we're doing? And he said both. I said, well, you can't have both. You either have to be surprised. So he went with surprised. So I'm super excited. We have been married 23 years, and this will be the first vacation, like real vacation, you've ever taken without our kids. I think we went away one time for one night for a wedding or something without them, but we just always took our kids everywhere because we figured we had kids to have, to have a family and hang out. And and they would grow up fast, and they did. And yeah, this is the first vacation, so it's going to be fun. We're going to find some fun places for him to get to eat some things that he will enjoy. I can't eat much out, but I'm going to make sure that he tries some new foods and different foods, because that's part of what he really likes about being on a vacation, is trying new foods. So that's definitely on the list of fun things to do. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It will be a fun time. Okay. I hope James shows up this morning if he's not busy. He sent me a note the other day and was like, "Hey, I know you're busy, but I miss your morning chats." I'm like, "Yeah, dang it, I miss my morning chats too. We gotta go back." My friend Linda called the other day. She's like, "What's wrong? I haven't seen you online in forever." I'm like, yeah, life. Okay, so I'm gonna want to put it right there, and I'm gonna do something to make sure that it stays in the right place. Okay, so I have it exactly where I want it. I'm going to make a hinge here on the card so I can lift this up. And that way I don't have to keep figuring out where that thing goes. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this thing down. And I'm going to put the adhesive around the edges where you won't see it, because obviously we don't want to see glue. I'm not even sure you could with all of this glitter, but just to be safe, keep our design nice and pretty. Garbage trucks are gone. We'll see you later, Arkansas. Maybe see you. I won't be there today because I have class, but okay, so there we go. So that's why I did that little hinge. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to put some strips of pop tape on this, so that I can pop it up all the way around the circle. And while I was at that craft fair, I got black foam tape. And since my bottom layer is black, I'm going to use this. I have black pop dots, but I've never seen black foam tape. So I bought it. It was so nice yesterday. It was almost 70 degrees here. I opened up the house, all of the windows. It was lovely. And today it's supposed to be about the same. It might be a little warmer even today, which is good. It's supposed to be really nice this week, and then next week back in the colds. So this time of year, you gotta take it when you can get it. All right. So I'm just going to put some little adhesives around the circle so that it's actually popped up. Looks more like a window than just a frame. So my son, he got a $50 tip at work this weekend. So he bought us all pizza last night. I thought that was really nice of him. And then it was overcooked and really gross. Oh no, Nancy, your snow is disappearing, but that means it's going to be lake time again. You'll be out there swimming before I know it. I don't know. How long does it take for the bay to get warm enough to swim in? It seemed like last year you had a long season for swimming. So after we got our pizza and it was all dry and gross, my husband called back and they were like, well, we can remake them or we can just give you credit. We're like, yeah, give us a credit. So we're going to get 2 nights of pizza out of Ben's generosity. Oh, June 28th. That's nice. I know growing up here, we had an in-ground pool. There were 6 of us kids. And so our backyard was like a playground, because that was the easiest way for my parents to know where we were and what we were doing. And it was also the cheapest because our backyard was fantastic. And so everyone wanted to be at our house. So that made it really easy. But my mom always opened the pool by Memorial Day or sooner. And man, she would almost chip the ice off before she would close it. Because with 6 kids, she always hung all of the laundry out as soon as it was at all warm enough to hang clothes out where they wouldn't just freeze on the line. She would hang all the clothes out, and she would take the laundry basket out the back door. She would sit it on the picnic table, dive in the pool, swim to the other end, come back, get the laundry basket, go hang up the clothes, come back, dive in the pool. And that was just kind of her thing. She was always in that pool. And she loved her swimming pool. And when both of my parents passed away, one of my sisters bought their house. So we didn't lose the pool, which is kind of funny, but it's just kind of the family hangout party place in the summer. Okay, so I have all my little sticky dots here. Now I'm going to take my hinge off because I don't want it to be at a weird angle. Okay, make sure I get that centered. It's a little off on the side here. But you know what? I have a paper trimmer. And I can fix crooked. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to fix crooked. If I want to just cut the whole card or... Let's see. There we go. Oh, there we go. It still feels really plain around the sides. I feel like I want something else on there. I don't know what though. I don't know what else I would want on there. But see the glitter, the pretty, so pretty. Yeah. And I love it because, you know, some people you send cards to, they don't like glitter. There's one lady that I know, she's like, do not send me a card all covered in glitter. She's like, I will have a fit. Like, I should send her this one and be like, ha, tricked you. No, she'd probably send it back. You're like, I said no glitter in my house. Okay, so there's that one, and it's very lovely. And the one I did there, they had sheets of these little, they're dimensional. They don't really look like they are, but there's, yeah, there's some dimension to them. So they sell these little embellishment kind of things on their website as well. So there are those. They also had, they had one with a square window. And I liked the square. Like, where did the picture go for the square window? Oh, here it is. Yeah, this one's really cute. So it's just a plant or, yeah, some potted things. Yeah, those are words. Words are hard. Words are hard. I won't write a paper today because I have no words. All right, so I want to do this one. And then I have a big saying that's going to go on this one. So I don't feel like it's as plain, but it still feels a little too plain to me. I'm wondering if I should emboss it or something. I should definitely do something to it. Maybe stamp some little flowers on it. Let's see if I can find some little flowers. I should be able to. I have a ton of flowers. Flowers. Those are big flowers. I don't want... I guess it would be okay. I could do some big flowers because you're not really going to see it. It's just going to be for like almost like a texture. Red? For this one? Does it look red to you? I could. Let me grab some out of my drawer. Or out of my... I had my pink and red scraps out earlier. Oh, here they are. Let's see. I'm always up for suggestions. All right, let's see. We have dark red. Oh, dark red isn't bad, actually. We have bright red. And no. Oh, look at this. This one already has that's kind of pink. Oh, kind of. Okay, what do you think? Dark? Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. Tell me what you think, Nancy. Because I could totally do a different color. good morning. Yeah, it has been a while. I was telling everybody my had a lot of sickness in my family. My daughter's been sick, and her and her husband are staying here so we can help take care of them. Thank you. I think you're right. They think the pink is good. And I'm showing something new that I got at the craft event I went to the other week. And it's from a company that's called stamponit.net. And they make these beautiful acetate images that are full color acetate images. And then they sell the glitter adhesive paper, but it's not glittery. Like, it doesn't get on you. It doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, I think it is too. And it has that embossed texture already on this. So I think that is a wise choice, Nancy. Wise choice. And yeah, so I had made a sample card at the event, and then now I'm trying out a couple of the little kits that I brought home and just showing them. And I told the guy that I would tell people his company's name, because I think he's a pretty small company. I'm guessing it was like a family-run company. At least that's what it seemed like. And really nice people. And these are, I guess they're kind of Japanese images, but then I've got something at the end to show you that I was just like, wow, those are beautiful. So I had to buy some extras. I had to. I need a cutting mat. I don't know where my cutting mat would be. I wanted to cut this little frame out here. And I've got an X-Acto knife, but I also don't want to cut through my table. I'll just grab a Cricut mat. They're cheap. That's funny that we can say that nowadays. Nowadays, they're cheap. I remember back in the day when they were so expensive. Well, I think I told you last time my story about my friend and I trying to resurface our Cricut mats and getting really high from that adventure. But now you can get them at the Dollar Tree. Do you have Dollar Trees in Canada, Nancy? I think last time I was there, that was many years ago, last time I was in Canada, they had something that was like the Dollar Tree. But our Dollar Tree has so many nice craft supplies. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she has a lot of autoimmune issues, and when she gets something, it's just always so much worse and lasts so much longer than it does for anybody else. And then my husband had kidney stones, and it's just been, and our dog died. I think about the last time I talked to you guys, our dog died. And yeah, it's just been since about the middle of January, well, right about the time this semester of school started, everything started falling apart. That was not very straight. We have street and dollar store at the Dollar Tree. Okay, because I know when we were in Canada, we were in Vancouver, and I remember there were stores that they were like not quite the Dollar Tree. It was like a little more than the Dollar Tree. But ever since the Dollar Tree here went to $1.25, their craft section improved so much. It's like I couldn't believe the quality difference that 25 cents made, but it did. It's like you can get really nice stuff there now. They've got all the stuff to do resin, and they're getting a whole bunch of stuff to do clay. I can't do resin because I wouldn't be able to breathe. But all the clay stuff looked fun. I was like, no, you don't need another hobby right now. Famous last words, right? You don't need another hobby as you come home with bags full of things. And Joann's is closing, but our Joann's never really had much anyway. Other than fabric. Our Joann's was very fabric heavy. They had a little, I think it was just kind of an obligatory section of paper crafting things, but all right, let's see if I got this lined up. I think I did. Okay, wait, where'd my card go? Okay, there's the card. All right, so card, cute little design. This thing over it. Ah, you were right, Nancy. That was so much better than that black. Okay, so they'll side up. Peel off the back of this. One of those, you gotta hold your mouth just right. Dollar Tree, yeah. The Dollar Tree, it's the best. Okay, there we go. And then very carefully, so we don't get the air bubbles, start at one side. There we go. Grab it down. There we go. So pretty. Love it. Okay, and then it's gonna go, I want to line that image up right there. I can just kind of tack it down right there, because this one I'm just going to go ahead and do this layer flat. I want to go ahead and put some adhesive around the little window. It is kind of nice when you don't want to have the big glitter mess. These adhesive sheets. So I think he was selling the little card kits for like, I want to say like $2 or something, just so you could take them home and try them, get hooked on them, I guess. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I have this nice saying, which I'm going to put here to kind of cover up the bottom of that. It says, "May God touch your life with his gentle and wonderful presence in the way that only he can." Which I think that would be very lovely there. And so, I'm trying to decide. Yeah, I think I want to pop it up. No, I almost want to put something behind here that's not white. I wonder how that would look. So you didn't just see the white card behind it. Something like that, but not pink. It seems too much. Oh, I did put that in my screenshot. Okay. Let's see what other colors could go back there that would look nice. I'm thinking maybe like a light blue or something, so it looked like the sky. I have a really light blue here. Let's see. What do you think? Light blue or white? Light blue or white? Do you like the blue? I kind of like the light blue. It gives it just a different. Yeah, I did pretty good cutting that square window. The blue. Okay, that's what I thought too. The light blue. All right, so I'm going to cut. All right, light blue here is bigger than the pink. Or I could trim it and you wouldn't see the light blue. What do you think? Light blue bigger? Or trim it so you don't see it at all? Kind of like I like it having a border. I'm just not sure if I like it having a blue border. A light blue border. Light blue border. Yeah, one of those. Okay, I'm going to get my other dots out while I'm... words are hard. With the time change, I never think much about the time change, but this is the first time change in this direction in like 8 years that I haven't been teaching every morning. So it's kind of weird. I only teach one morning a week. No, I teach 2 mornings a week now, but his classes are really late. They're like, well, they'll be at 8 o'clock now instead of 7 o'clock before. So now it doesn't bother me as much. But before, when I was teaching all the time, and I would start at 4 in the afternoon China time, which is 4 in the morning here, except during time change. Then it was 3 in the morning, which was really obnoxious. How fussy I am. Well, I'm glad someone loves that about me, Nancy. That's funny. I was particularly fussy yesterday. I was in a mood. And I said, go take a nap. You are so grumpy. You can't even stand yourself. Go take a nap. So I did. But yeah, so the time change this time has just been a little weird because it's like, oh, it doesn't affect my whole life like it used to so much. I have one little boy left that I teach, and I used to teach his sister when I think I started teaching her when she was 11. Yeah, because she's 18 now, and he was only like 2 or 3 when I first started teaching her, and now I teach him, and he's just so much fun. I just love that kid. And he's about to have his birthday. Asking last week, I was like, Yo, when's your birthday? I was like, I just thought about it. You have a spring birthday. He said it's early April. And they're funny because so many of the kids I used to teach over there, they would never know how old they were. I was like, how old are you? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, you don't know how old you are. Why? And so I backtracked and I was like, I think you're going to be 11 because I've known you for a really long time. And he was really cute because he'd had an assignment at school last week. And I saw him and I was like, hey, how was school today? And he was like, not good. I'm mad or I'm sad. And I was like, what's the matter? He said, well, we had an assignment and we had to write either something we were really good at or something that we were not good at that we wanted to be better at. So I wrote how I have trouble when I'm doing my schoolwork to stay focused and to do my schoolwork. And sometimes I want to play video games and everyone laughed at me. I was like, oh, buddy. He was so cute and so sincere though. And I told him, I said, well, what did everybody else write about? He's like, well, they just wrote about how they are so good at this and so good at that. And I said, well, they're probably laughing because they're thinking, oh, I do the same thing, but I'm not willing to admit it. And so he said, one of them was even my friend. I said, well, for your friend, you can tell him later. You can be like, hey, you hurt my feelings and that wasn't nice. So then when I saw him 2 days later, I was like, well, how did it go? And he was like, oh, it's better now. I was like, all right, good job, buddy. I said, I used to have the same kind of conversations with his sister, which is why I think it's funny that part English teacher, part therapist. Okay, did we ever come to a consensus here? I think I'm going to go with something different. I don't want the blue hanging over, but I do want something else back there. Maybe one of these other reds. Where did I put them, Nancy? I took them out from the mix and then I laid them somewhere. That is truth. Oh, well, look at that. I put them back in the red box. It's in the red box. Haha. Oh, but it does have some like almost no. I'm just so you're right, I'm fussed. James, good morning, good afternoon to you, good morning to me. That's why I said I hope James makes it. He actually was like, hey, I've been missing morning craft time. I said, I have too, but I have just been so busy with all the sickness and all the things. Thankfully, not me being sick. I don't have time for that. But between my husband and my daughter, there have been 5 emergency room visits since the middle of January. And that's a lot. Because, I don't know. I don't like to go to the hospital. And I just douse myself in frankincense. That's my magic potion to stay healthy from all the germs that abound at the emergency room. So far, knock on faux wood on my desk. Knock on faux wood. It's been working. Thankfully, I have not picked up any crud at all of our mini visits to the emergency room. I'm very thankful for that because, ugh. Nobody got time for that. All right, I'm going with no border because I just didn't like the light blue border sticking out from behind my card. Does anyone else notice how there's no shadow today? I know, I was the only one obsessed with the shadow. Except maybe Abraham. Abraham might have been like, you have a shadow. You should fix that. And I was like, I know, right? So I had purchased these new side lights from Temu. And when I say they were on a slow boat from China, that is not an exaggeration. I'm not kidding. They were literally on a slow boat from China. They took 14 weeks. It was forever. I've never ordered anything on Temu. It was literally on a boat. And that's what it said. Your item is coming on a boat because it's so large. I'm like, I got the box and I'm like, this is not a large item. I don't know. Do you have to pay when you go? I don't know what that, there's a little thing covering when I go emerge. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we had to pay out the nose to go to the emergency room. It will probably, I haven't seen the bills yet for these visits, but when my stepson, this is a funny story. I'll tell you a funny story about my stepson. He was 18 and he had a job at McDonald's. And so he would get home late, like, you know, after midnight. And this is when Anna and Ben were little. So I got up one night and we only had one bathroom in our house. And he was sitting on the toilet. He was fully clothed, but he was sitting there and he had his hand in the sink in a bowl full of, you know, in the sink full of water. And I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, I burnt my hand. I was like, burnt your hand? And so he pulls his hand out of the water and these fingers are just like big blisters. And then here, and he has a Band-Aid right here. And I said, what did you do? He said, burned myself at work. And so I just fly into mom mode. I am livid. I call over there because it was 24-hour McDonald's. And the manager's like, I just got here. I didn't know anyone had gotten hurt. And I was like, well, he needs some workman's comp because he, you know, he is badly burnt. And I got to take him to the emergency room. And so she's like, well, let me talk to him. So I give him the phone. And by this time, we're already in the car. We're headed to the emergency room. My husband, who sleeps like a rock, has no idea we've even left. And so he's talking to the lady. And he's like, okay, all right. And then he puts the phone down and he says, I did it. And I said, well, I know you did it. I can see. He was like, I didn't do it at work. I said, what did you do? He said, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. I sprayed Axe body spray in my hand and I lit it on fire. So we'd go poof. Then he said, and since a little bit was fun, I put a whole bunch in my hand and lit it on fire. And then it wouldn't go out. So I started waving it around. And then I started slapping it. And that's where he'd gotten these burns. So when the ER doctor came in and said, would you like me to give him some pain medicine? I said, no, I would like you to squeeze it really hard. Which of course he didn't. But no, yeah, so I made him pay for that himself, and that was more than 10 years ago, and that was over $600 at that time. Yeah, I would love a season pass. I actually said that just the other day, James. I told my husband, I was like, is there such a thing as a season pass? Because, you know, I feel like if I bought a season pass, no one would get sick again. You know, it's kind of like when you buy your year's membership to the gym and then you never go again. That's what I feel like it could be. But, yeah, I know, Nancy, I know. And yeah, so it's a funny story now. At the time, it was not funny. I was livid at the child for being so stupid to light himself on fire. Yeah, okay, I like that. That's very pretty. And the blue behind it just made it not so stark. Love it. Okay, so let's see. We've got a couple of these now. But yeah, that's... Yeah, he always did interesting things. But like you say, male teenagers are a different, yeah. Or we'll just say they're different because Ben never really did anything ridiculous like that. Thankfully, I'm glad. I mean, he's still a teenager. I guess there's still time, but hopefully not. Okay, so we have this beautiful one. We have the one I made at the show. My desk is getting a little piled up because I actually thought this morning you should clean off your desk before you start. And then I thought, no, because if you have to clean off your desk, you're never going to get started. So there we go. I have all these beautiful glittery ones. But what I want to show you too is what I bought, because I was like this. These are beautiful. Look at those. And these are just obviously black and white ones, but then I bought the glitter sheets so that I could put those on there. Oh, they're upside down. And like, I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but I just couldn't resist because I was like, those are the prettiest things. Yeah, I would guess these latest emergency room visits will be upwards of $2,000 because Virgil had to have a CAT scan. Anna had a CAT scan. They did blood work. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be. Now, both of them have already met their deductible for the year, so they'll be good. So now they should get well because they've already met their deductible, so they won't have to pay much, if anything at all, now because they've both already spent well over whatever their deductible was. Oh no. That's funny, James. Just see what it would do. Was it because you'd seen things like that on TV, like don't stick something in the electrical socket, and you're like, why? Why can't I? It's my house, I can. I totally see that. That's funny. And your mom made you go to school next day. Oh, well, a funny story about my mom. My mom was always, like, she worked at the school in the kitchen. She was a cook at the schools, and she always cooked at the campgrounds every year and stuff. And so one weekend we were down at our church campgrounds, and they had one of those big ovens, like taller than a person. So, you know, like well over 6 feet. And I'm going to do the next one while I'm talking to you. as if I haven't been doing things the whole time I've been talking. And it was a gas oven. And so there were some older teens down there that weekend, and one of them came and got her, and they're like, my mom's name was Nancy. They're like, hey Nancy, I can't get the oven lit. Can you help me? And she's like, yeah. So she puts on her little slide-on shoes, her little, you know, just little slips, and goes down to the kitchen, and she opens the door to that huge oven, 6-foot tall oven, and she takes a match and she throws it in like she always did. Boom! It blew her out, like her shoes are here, and it blew her out of her shoes, singed her face. She had no eyebrows, no eyelashes, just blistery face all over. They'd had the gas on the whole time trying to get it lit, and they didn't tell her. They're like, well, we didn't know that was important. And none of us drove yet because we were all still young. So she puts us in the car. We go into the little town where our campgrounds is, and she goes in and she buys a tub of Vaseline, and she just slathers her face in Vaseline all weekend. Just slathering her face in Vaseline, and she slathers it on, it runs off. She puts it on, it runs off. But you know what? She healed and didn't have any scars. I mean, it took a little while for the eyebrows and eyelashes and stuff to grow back, but it was crazy. Hey, Marcy. Oh, poor Marcy has to work this week. I'm sorry, Marcy. I think that's really funny. When you send that mail and you're like, I don't know how this happened, but I have to work all week. I don't even think I know what you do, but whatever it is, you have to do it all week, right? That's too bad. That is so pretty, guys. So pretty. Yeah, I'm just making sparkly glitter cards without the glitter mess from stamponit.net. Lovely people. Go visit them. I get nothing from this advertisement except joy in knowing I'm helping someone who's trying to make a living in a crafting world. Yeah, that one's really pretty. I think blue on this one too, but maybe someone else has a different opinion. All right, everyone gets to vote. Blue or not blue? Blue or not blue? Can you see it? Try not to make a bright, shiny light on it. But I really do like this little light that's allowing me to not have shadows. For 2 weeks, we're blowing up the science lab. James, what did you do? How did you blow up the science lab? Not blue. Okay. I was thinking the blue was a little too much. Thank you. Thank you for that vote of not blue. James blowing up the science lab. I want to know. I feel like I need to cut it. Oh, I know what I was going to do with this one. I was going to do something like this with this one because I thought that was really pretty. Does this cover this? Look at me. Look at me just trying to avoid getting up and cutting another thing. I don't know why I'm being so lazy. It's not like my craft room is that big that I can't just walk over there and cut one. Aha! Because I already had one. That's right. That's right. Don't worry, folks. Don't worry, folks. I have one. I know everyone was really worried. What will she do? There's no way to know. What will she do? She should probably go back to bed, but today is not the day for going back to bed. Probably have to put this one on here. What about green? Like light green, like almost a pastel-y green? I got some. I pull it out. We'll look at it. I'm gonna circle on this window first. Let's see. Let's see. I'm looking for my greens. Okay, there. You know, the problem is with the time change, and then I don't change my brain, and then I'm up really early. I was going to send a message this morning, and I was like, whoa, wait, it's 4:30 in the morning for them. Do not send them a message right now. I mean, I shut my phone off at night because I don't want to get woken up. But what do you think? Is that what you were hoping for, or is that a little too green? So I'm looking through the other. Oh, I have an even lighter green. Maybe even lighter. It's almost, it's as light as as the blue was for the other one. Okay, so we have really light green or brighter green. You like this one, the first green? James, that's funny. I know. Lighter. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Nancy and I work well together in more than one capacity. Ooh, yeah. I think this the plain behind them. It's just too stark, but I do like this. Okay, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to pop that up. So more popping up. More popping up. James, you would appreciate it. The other day, Nancy and I were talking about how often we have to mod ourselves. Like, don't type that, don't type that. But I often have a window open where I type messages just to Nancy so that I can get it out of my system. Because I'm sure you would believe that we are sassy. And we have things we want to say sometimes, but but we try to behave. But some days it's hard. Some days it's hard to behave. Oh, I was like, what is that clomping on my stairs? This is my son-in-law. He wears big boots to work, and when he comes down the stairs, it's like, what the world? Yeah, it's true, though. That's why I don't go to other chats, because I might forget. I might forget and put sassy things in other people's chats. There was yesterday, from what I heard. A little, I'd say a little bit, because, yeah, just talking about different people covering different streams than she normally does, just bringing in some of their trolls. And yeah, she said, it's okay. I trust you and Nancy just to teach him to be nice. I'm like, well, that's a lot of responsibility, Nancy. Sassy. Maybe 2 people in this chat. Maybe 3. I don't know if we throw James in the sassy category. Probably. But I know he tries to behave so he doesn't get sent back to the corner. Now I use these tiny pop dots, so now I have to sit here and peel all these little things off, but it's therapeutic, right? We'll say that. The trolls are just silly. Some of them are, oh my gosh, I didn't tell you about the one the other day, Nancy. I'll send you a note about that one the other day. It was in Cheryl's chat, and it was very uncalled for. But you know, it's like the nighttime chat. The nighttime trolls are much different than the morning trolls. More, I feel like if they show up in Natalie's stream in the morning, they are intentional. Whereas nighttime, Cheryl's been being vertical, and you just get the weirdos. Then you just get like, okay, well, that was a weird and different kind of thing to say, but whatever. It taught me new words at first, James. It taught me a lot of things I didn't know. I had to ask Nancy, what does that mean? Nancy, what does that mean? She's like, get your Urban Dictionary. I'm like, I don't know. Okay. Oh. Perfect. Oh, I like this one. Okay. Needs words. Needs a saying, but it can't be too big of a saying because if it's too big, it won't fit. You know what I should do, though? I should clean this saying and put it away before I lose it on my messy, messy desk. That's what I should do. Yeah, she did the other night. Someone's like, what's that accent? I'm like, go away. Have you never heard anyone who sounds a little different than you? No? All right. Well, then keep scrolling through your YouTube feed. You don't intend to. Nancy scares you, rightfully so, James. As long as you mind your manners, you'll be all right. And you're right. Cheryl is great. Cheryl is great. I love Cheryl. We had lots of fun in Minnesota, Cheryl and I. We were wandering around kind of sketchy parts of downtown looking for the Spam Musabi because it was not where we were told it was. We're in this little downtown area strip mall kind of thing, and there I was like, yeah, I'm picking up a whatever like a catering order, and they're like, well, we don't have any catering orders, we don't do that here. I was like, oh. So had to wander around town till we found it, but we made it. Yes. Okay, focus. You're looking for a saying to put on your card. That's right, looking for a saying. Question number 2. What did you do with your card? Okay, I just have the front made. That's right. What does this card say? You've been warned, James. You got the message right there. As scary as you make her. That's funny. I'm just kind of looking through my sayings and seeing what I can find. I got some fun dies. I got some Easter dies. And okay, that's autumn. We don't want trees. Feeling very blessed to have you in my life. That's good, but I kind of want something wider. Oh, these are funny. I should play with these one day. These little skunks. I smell a birthday. Welcome, little stinker. Stinking cute. I stink at goodbyes. Those are funny. There's some funny stamps on the little doggies. I like those too. You're the bee's knees. Thinking of you, sweet friend. Just a note. I think I will go with just a note. Seems good enough. That's right, James. We all did. Well, actually, my mom used to always say, when people say, life's not fair. That's right. Life's not fair, and you better be glad. Because if you got everything you deserved, I was like, whoa. It's harsh, Mom. It's harsh. Okay, just... Oh, no, I want it to be kind of... Straight on there. Ah! Boop! Just a knot. No, no, no. I hate it when that happens. Shoot. All right. Let's see what we can do to fix this. Yeah, we've got a black felt pen. Shoot. Okay. I'm going to turn this over and see if I can mimic how they did theirs. I could recover it, but man, I don't want to. That's pretty good. That is a pretty good fix, if I do say so myself. I was like, oh, crud. You know, that's the problem when you save your stamping till the very end. Let me screw it up. Okay, just a note, not just a knot. You won't tell anyone. Thanks. See if I can send it to someone and they just won't notice that it doesn't have the right. She sent me a card that says just a knot. I'm not sure what that means. Well, you just need to think about it. Think about what you've done. Why I would send you a card like this. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. It's good to have friends. It is good to have friends who will do that for me. Too funny. All right, now I want a card base to put this on. So let's see. Let's grab some colors. That's true. That is probably true. My husband works at the Air Force Base now, but he's not Air Force. He's a civilian. It's funny. Sometimes he says he feels kind of bad because, you know, he feels like he should be busier. He should be doing more. And they tell him, we pay you for what you know, not what you do. Because as soon as we need to know something, you already know it. So stop worrying. So he's doing some classes to, I think it's too dark, to learn more things. So he'll have more things that he knows when they need him. He's doing some kind of, I think it's like a cyber security clearance kind of class or something right now. That's what we used underneath. That's that same color, but it just, everything seems a little stark on this white. Yeah, it's definitely not black. We'll just keep going. Something will pop out at me here in a minute. No. Ooh. Like, oh, gross. No. Patty, this card has blue in it. You should look for something that's blue. That would be helpful. All right, let's look for blue. Just looking through random weird colors. That's kind of pretty. It goes with that blue, but it seems just too white. Light orange. Let me see. I'm getting to the oranges. Let me see. I got that mauve. I've probably got some, like a really light peach that I could pull out of a different drawer. I think that's the best thing so far. Let me see. Still looking. I have a bunch of pre-cut cards in my... I sure hope so, James. I definitely do. Like mauve. Yeah, we're going on this trip here at the end of the month. So, and it's going to be fun. I'm planning all kinds of fun things. I love to plan surprises. So the fact that he was like, yeah, don't tell me, just surprise me. I was like, yes. So it's oh, I think I saw a mauve. It's definitely going to be a good time. That's the best I've seen. Ding, ding, ding. I will take that one for the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I can put all these back in my drawer. It's like, what's on my lap? Oh, it was a paper trimmer. Where's my little tool? Yes. Oh, that's nice. That is so nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yes. I hope that's the one you meant. I just saw that and I'm like, yeah, that's really pretty. And I tend to like to put a lot of stuff, but sometimes I remember not everybody likes a lot of stuff. And I need to start doing some graduation cards because that season is coming quickly. Quickly. All right, there we go. I think the square one is my favorite of today. This one we didn't do today, so it doesn't get in the vote. All right. Which one's your favorite? Do tell, do tell. I'm gonna tidy up my desk a little bit. Any votes here? Right, James liked this one best. All right, Nancy, which one do you like the best? Left. Okay. You three other people who are here lurking, which one do you like the best? 1, 2, 3. I think I might know who one of you are. Someone who doesn't want to be known is lurking. I do have a text message. It might be from that person. If it's you, hello, good morning. I'm not going to swipe my phone and look because then I'll probably mess everything up. Because that's what I tend to do. Okay, well, those are from, one more time for the nice people at stamponit.net. And their stuff was really fun. It was really fun to play with. I liked it. And I got a bunch of other stuff. And one of the things that I got that's well, these are both kind of fun, but it's a little book die or stamp. I didn't buy the dies because the words in the middle are large. They are very large. Yeah. Granted, those are very large. I didn't buy the die because if it's something that's like square like this, and I can just be like snip, 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 I'm not going to buy the die. Especially when the die is like, $20. But look, it makes cute little books. And I have all of these stamps with book sayings and things. And I thought I might make a card and put some of the different books on that we've done in our seminary cohort and like actually take the book and scan it and then print it and then stamp over it and make some little books for the cards. And so I have a small book and then I have a much larger book. So I haven't done the big book yet, but that is on my list of fun things to do. So this company is Too Much Fun Rubber Stamps. And I bought a bunch of their stamps because they are fun. I do enjoy them. So that's on my list. But I made a bunch of stuff with their things the other day. I also got this one, which looks kind of silly, but I'm going to show you why this is fun. Oh, they were my nice keychains. I could shellac them. So this stamp looks like a paper bag. And you might think, that's the silliest thing. Why do you need a stamp that looks like a paper bag? Well, let me show you. Those are my basic paper bags. But why I really got this was for birthdays. All right, so we're going to have a piece of a bright color. And then we're going to have something that already has a fun pattern on it, like maybe that one. Yeah, I think that will be a good one for this. All right. And I need something with which to stamp this because it's a very large stamp. Probably need a stamping platform. Yes. I gave one of my stamping platforms to my daughter. It used to be if I couldn't find one, I just grabbed the next one. Now I don't have a next one, so one moment while I dig to the bottom of my desk to see if I can find it. There it is. Okay. Stamping platform. I'm gonna put my big brown paper bag on here, but it's not gonna be a brown paper bag this time. Okay. All right. So you take this and you're going to stamp it on a paper that looks like a gift bag would look. And that's just, I don't know what this is. An air hockey puck, I think. But it helps you get even pressure on these really big stamps. And then we have a bag. Just trim out. I always do all my straight cuts first. And then like that little half circle, I'll just come back in and get that at the end. Because it's easier to cut straight if you're just using the blade of your scissors to keep it straight. And then when you're doing something like this, remember to move your paper, not your scissors. Okay, there we go. So now we have this cute little bag. And it's going to go on the card. And I'm going to get some tissue paper from my cabinet. Oh, I got some tissue paper right here. I don't have to go to my cabinet. All right, so no tissue paper. And I'm going to fold it over so that it looks like it's coming out of the bag. So cute. Just kind of scrunch it up a little bit. So I'm going to put some tape on the back. Maybe I do 2 strips so I can really get my paper scrunchy. Aw, thanks. I was just like, I saw this and I was like, oh my goodness, that is so cute. And I'm scrunching up my paper, but you could leave the top open and then you could slide a gift card down in there. Which will be the other option. It's so cute. Look at it. I love it. I really need some big pop dots, so I don't have to use, like 50 of those very tiny ones in a row, because that was kind of obnoxious. Ah, here's the big ones. Well, it's like I know I have big ones somewhere. There we go. Now I'll cut these in half because they're huge, but it's better than those tiny, tiny ones. All right. Needs a little dimension. Okay, there we go. I just have to peel these off. And I liked this because I thought this is really simple and I can use a lot of the leftover papers, because like when I buy a big 12 by 12 pad of papers, there's always some that you're just like, eh. But if you're just making little gift bag cards with them, that's easy. And then it doesn't matter. You can like, I don't like that pattern, but it's just for a gift bag, so who cares? I always try to think of things that I can make quickly and easily, because I don't like to make just one. If I'm going to sit down and make the mess of doing everything, I want a stack of cards when I'm done. But it's funny because like my friend called the other day and she's like, I want baby shower cards for my daughter, one for me and one for her grandma. And I was like, okay. And she's like, do you have anything? I'm like, yeah, but I'll make something. No need to use one I already have. That would just be silly. But that was fun because I don't know. It's kind of like a challenge. Like, can you make was eucalyptus and sage green and I'm trying to think what else. Burlap. And I forgot to take pictures of them. I was like, oh, I should call her and be like, hey, we take pictures of those cards your mom and your grandma gave you. I'm gonna put them on my website. Ooh, that is really bright and pretty for a birthday. I think for a little kid, that's cute. Little kid card. And it definitely needs a big happy birthday, some sparkle, all the fun things. Thank you, James. I appreciate it. We were talking last night about, I don't know, I was telling my husband something or he was explaining something to me. He's like, can you visualize that? I'm like, oh yeah. And then we were talking about a friend of mine who just can't. Like, I'll try to explain something to her and she's like, I don't know. I can't picture what you're talking about, but just make it and then I'll see it. And then I do. And she's like, oh, okay, now I can see that. But it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm just really glad that I'm not missing that. I can see it in my head gene or whatever that is. Okay, I'm going to cut the words happy birthday. So I'm going to step over here and not take you with me because that would just be a whole camera thing to take you with me. But just know I didn't leave you. I'm still here. They're like, we know, you're still talking. We hear you. You're here. I'm looking for my die that says happy birthday because I've got a big die that just says happy birthday. I was looking for it. See if I can find it in a relatively short amount of time. I swear I organize my dies and things, but then when it comes time to use them, I'm like, I can't find it. All right, I have leaves and birthday presents. Graduation caps. We'll be using that die here soon. And tiny envelopes. And a snowflake. I don't need a snowflake. Nancy's snow is melting. She's sad. I get it. If we've gotten any significant snowfall this year. We got a little bit of snow a couple of times, but nothing grand like we used to get. When I was young, we used to get so much snow here. But now we don't. Well, phooey, folks. I can't find my happy birthday words. Well, just use your mind. Go in your mind palace and pick out a happy birthday and picture it on that card. In your mind palace. Because that's what I'm going to have to do because I can't find my happy birthday right now. But I am going to put a happy birthday on here. I was going to say happy birthday. It's going to be popped up and it's probably going to sparkle. You can't visualize stuff. Well, when I get done, Marcy, I will show you what it actually looks like. But I just wanted to show you that because this stamp is so cute. And it is TooMuchFunRubberStamps.com. That's their name. And they have all kinds of cute things. I'll show you a few of their other things I got. I'm not going to play with them today because I don't have time. I have to be responsible at some point. I don't know why. Sorry, my little light just keeps falling over on me. Stay there, little light. Okay. One of the other things I got from them that is super cute is a convertible. A little convertible car, and I feel like it's probably sitting on my desk somewhere. Oh, I also got the t-shirt. I want to show you the t-shirt. I want to show you all the fun things I got. All right, I'm looking for the convertible, but I don't see it. Okay, oh, I'm going to go with the t-shirt then. Look at this stamp. It's so cute. So you can make a card that is shaped like a t-shirt, which is just funny and cute, and I love it. And I made a ton of t-shirts. And I'm looking around my craft room going, where did I put them? They're in a black box. They're in a black box that hold, oh, here they are. I think I found them. Oh, no, that's not them. Darn it. These are other cards I made, though. Somewhere I made a whole stack of the t-shirts. I stamped them on all kinds of different pattern papers and made them. Okay, well, I'll have to show you those next time because they're adorable. And I thought they were in this box, but these are finished cards. So I'm going to give you a close-up of the Wizard of Oz cards because I put those on my website. But okay. So there's the Scarecrow. These are from my friend Richard's digital file, Wickedly something. I can't remember what he called it. Wickedly something. So that's the Scarecrow. Here's the Tin Man. And this is washi tape. And that's just scratchy glitter paper. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. I got them all spruced in here. Okay. And there's this one. What's her name? I'm sure somebody knows her name from the Wicked thing. A Fourth Eye. I had never heard that name. And this is the one Nancy liked because it has puppies. And there's this, one of the sayings in his thing was, I don't know what. So now you're going to be, you want to be popular? You're going to be popular. Anyway, but to go with the poppies. But I just loved how, because this is just a digital file printed on my printer on matte photo paper, but it actually looks sparkly. So then I wanted to use the gold to really bring in the sparkle. I love that one. That's my favorite. Yeah. And then You know, I had a lot of fun making these cards, and it seemed like the ones I cut out, they just multiplied. It's like, how many of these do I have? And then I found one more, so then I made this one. Thank you. I'm not sure which one you think is beautiful, but thank you. Oh, the poppies probably. But I loved this one too. So, yeah. Oh, there's another one of those. Those just went a really long way, and I thought they were a lot of fun to play with all of the fun elements. All right, so next time I will show you the t-shirts, because those were really cool, the t-shirts, and the convertible, because like I say, I know it's here on my desk somewhere. I thought I kept everything in the bag, but apparently I started pulling things out because I wanted to play with them, but I haven't done it yet. So anyway, some of the other ones didn't. See, those were the ones we made the other week with the glitter, and now the glitter's dry. It's not going to rub off on you now, but the day we made it, remember, those things were messy as could be. Messy. Okay, and then I will find a birthday saying, and I will put it on there, and then upload that so Marcy can see what it looks like when it's actually done. Well, thank you everyone for joining me. I'm so glad I finally took time to craft and hang out with you, because I have missed it. And yeah, and school really hasn't been bad this semester. This semester is much more low-key than last semester, even though I have another class. The two that normally would take so much work are not taking as much work, but I'm taking Hebrew this semester, and I love language learning. So it's not bad. It's just a lot. It's just a lot to try to learn all at once, but that's okay. So thank you everyone. I will see you next time, or see you in the chat tomorrow, because I won't be there today. Have a great day.